Joy Sum from grade 8. It is an honor to be here with you today. In my life, besides my parents, the person who has influenced me the most is my aunt. She is a kindergarten principal and an expert in early childhood education. She always speaks with warmth and kindness and listens patiently to children. Wherever she is, there is light. But last October, everything suddenly changed. I still remember the day when we received a message from my family. My aunt had been diagnosed with cancer. That evening, our family meeting felt unusually heavy. We decided not to tell my grandparents. Instead, we told them Aunt was just on a long business trip. Her supervisor also helped keep the news confidential and approved an extended leave so she could keep her job. During that time, we all avoided mentioning the word cancer. But privately, each of us was searching online for any information about the disease, especially the survival rates. Our home felt like it was under a dark cloud. Whenever I thought about the possibility of losing my aunt, my chest tightened and my breathing became shallow. What is happening to me? What suddenly changed us, changed our home? Gradually, I realized that the answer was fear. Fear of illness, fear of uncertainty, and fear of losing someone we love. Why is fear so powerful? I decided to find out. And as I began researching, I slowly lifted the veil of fear. Fear is one of the 6 earliest emotions we develop as humans. In our brain, the amygdala acts as an alarm system. When it detects danger, it quickly triggers emotional responses such as fear. When this alarm becomes strong, it can override the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for rational thinking. I also found that fear often comes in 2 forms. One is fear with a clear object, such as fear of the dark or fear of public speaking, and the other is fear that comes from uncertainty. When we faced my aunt's illness, what we feared truly was not the disease itself, but the uncertainty ahead. Fear can drain our energy and cloud our thinking. Sometimes it even makes people avoid problems altogether. So the question is, when we fall into fear, are we stuck in a swamp with no way out? The answer is no. Then, as I continued researching, I began to see another side of fear. Fear is not always the end. In fact, sometimes it can be a doorway to new possibilities. Ancient humans survived because fear awakened their fight or flight instinct. It protected them. In the same way, our fear of illness can be transformed into a force, pushing us to open the door to new possibilities. That realization was like a wake-up call. It changed the way we saw everything. And from that moment on, we began to take action. We made a schedule to take turns accompanying my aunt, making sure she was always surrounded by love and support. She talked through her treatment plan with her doctors and had surgery followed by chemotherapy and radiation. The process was long and painful, but my aunt did not give up. Later, she even joined a cancer support group for patients and started growing plants in her room. Watching those tiny sprouts grow gave her hope again. None of these actions made the cancer disappear overnight, but in those moments, they started giving us a small sense of control. They helped us regain our strength, and little by little, the fear in our family began to fade. When we stopped staring at the uncertainty of the fear and focused on the certainty of the present, all those small but positive actions began to come together. They formed a powerful, quiet but powerful force, one that opened a new possibility we once could never imagine. Today, my aunt has completed her treatment and returned to her normal life. but in many ways, she is now a better version of herself. She now lives more mindfully, taking better care of her health and sharing what she has learned with others. Her smile has come back. Every day, she waters the small plants she brought home from the hospital. Those small plants remind her and all of us that no matter what happens, life can always grow in an unexpected way. Accompanying my aunt through her illness completely changed how I understand fear and disease. The American writer Joseph Campbell once said, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." Fear does not point to a dead end. It reflects how deeply we care about life and the people we love. And when we recognize that and take actions in the present, even the smallest step can become a powerful force to open a new door. History has shown us this before. There was a time when the mere mention of smallpox terrified people. It took millions of lives. But that fear pushed scientists to develop vaccines. And today, smallpox only exists in history books. I believe this transformation will continue. One day, people may face illness with the same calmness they feel when facing a common cold. So we don't have to wait for fear to disappear. We can take the first step now, doing the best we can in each moment. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is feeling fear, but choosing to move forward anyway. So the next time you face fear, don't let it hold you back. Instead, take action right in that moment and transform that fear into an invitation of new possibilities. With trembling hands, open your invitation, and you may discover new possibilities of yourself that you have never imagined before. Thank you.